Good evening, YouTube. It's your main man, Johnny J, with yet another front side post beer review. It's been a minute since I've done one. I think the last one was Black 14, but I'm back on the scene. Got a completely different segment happening right now. This is going to be the next 10 to 50 front side posts will be a selection of domestic brews. Yes, keep in mind I'm in Belgium, so when I say domestic, I'm talking about stuff you can't get in the States. That costs me about a couple bones here and there. You know, maybe about €5 or €6 for a 6 pack or 4 pack or 4+2 pack or 6+2 pack. So still top of the line stuff, so don't get me wrong. And the first on the domestic trend tonight, we are featuring my good friend Saint Feuillien, weighing in at 8.5%. Saint Feuillien Brune. Shout outs to my main man Steve, who is sponsoring the domestic edition of Frontside Post. I like to first point this out that this is a beer I've had too many times. One of my favorite Belgian beers by far. Just a wonderful class act. More or less like a friend of the family here. This Saint Feuillien Brune, brewed here in Belgium. Just a fantastic beer, and it is. I'll let you get a gander on it. A lot of these beers are brewed in Bev, which means that they are brewed, mass produced, but based around the old abbeys of Belgium. Saint Feuillien also has a little bit of an Irish tradition. Apparently, the saint was Irish, but I'll let you guys kind of dig into that. You can throw some history in the comments box. You know, that'll help me out a little bit. But I got Mr. Shoof here. Great glass for this beer to go in. And my main man, Mr. Shark. And we're going to break this out into a glass. This is a fine beer, and I'm really excited to see what I get. Shout out to Steve. Once again, front side post review, and giving Steve a big shout out for this one. Oh, that's nice. That's some nice smoke. Ooh, ooh. That's only happened one other time. Got overzealous. As you can see, the smoke on the opening was beautiful. Beautiful smoke on the opening. You'll get that from these Belgian beers. They're so nicely carbonated. And they transport it very nicely. It's just a wonderful beer experience. Let's see what we get in the glass here. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now that butterscotch licorice aroma is filling the air, just nice and beautiful. I'm going to go ahead. Still got about a quarter of the bottle left, and I'm going to leave it here. This head is very beautiful. It's that coriander, slightly butterscotch head with about, color on the beer with about a 1 to 2 finger head. Very nice beer. Very pleasant. The smells that you're getting are licorice, more licorice mixed with maple, that clove, burnt sugar, creme brulee kind of vibe that you're picking up. From the initial nose, beautiful. A slight bit of cherry or raspberry, some kind of berry fruit in there. Which is what I think most Belgian Brunes, they have that flavor in there. I'm going to dive into this one. This is interesting. I love this beer. Cheers, front side post. Oh, you can't beat this one. It's got a very straightforward, light on the palate, but very tough kind of, like I said, cherries and burnt molasses, creme brulee, licorice toffee, that toffee licorice, 8.5% on the ABV. So it's very drinkable, extremely drinkable beer. I'll dive into this one again. Very nice. Feuillien Brune. This is the kind of beer that you're gonna pair this one with some kind of red meat combination, or you're hanging out and you got mussels and frites, but you know you got a kind of flavored mussels where you got the roasted red pepper mussels, or you know, or you don't need food for this one. You could just have this one chilling and just sit on this one for a little bit, and it's very drinkable. But keep in mind, it is 8.5 from Saint Feuillien. Fantastic, fantastic beer. I'm gonna take a look at the color. It's hazy. It's that hazy cherry finish that is a defining quality of Saint Feuillien beer, of the Brune. Excuse me. Wonderful. The sheaf glass is really showcasing it properly. Just a very beautiful, resonant kind of color. Wonderful. I can't say enough about this beer. I have had many Saint Feuilliens. This was my go-to beer. I have a friend that cooks a pork dish and uses this also as a marinade, if you will, a marinade, or yeah, he pours the beer on a pork dish, and says it tenderizes the pork, gives that caramely licorice taste that just tastes amazing. So a lot of Belgian beers of this quality you can cook with, and yeah, they're wonderful for cooking, great for drinking, great for just leisurely hangs, and this is no different. A fantastic domestic beer, and Saint Feuillien Brune. Before I sign off, I'd like to take one more shout. Thank you, Steve. With the shout goes a cheers, santé, Saint Feuillien. Well, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Once again, Saint Feuillien Brune, wonderful beer from the Saint Feuillien Company. Once again, this is Johnny J with Frontside Post Beer Review. Thank you, Steve, for bringing Saint Feuillien through, and keep it right, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I will see you tomorrow night.